What's up, guys? Today I'm taking an in-depth look at the new Jack Wolf Knives Benny's Clip Slip Joint. It comes out today, Friday, September 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you want one, especially one of the carbon fiber versions, they can sell out pretty fast. On the Jack Wolf's website, there's a list of all their different dealers. I'll put a link to that in the description. This version is the black micarta. There's 4 versions: black micarta, green micarta, Arctic Storm Fat Carbon, and Toxic Green Camo Carbon. They all turned out pretty nice. I gotta tell you, I absolutely love this thing. I've carried it every day now for about 2 weeks, and I've been really impressed with it. And shout out to Ben, the owner of Jack Wolf Knives. He was kind enough to send this one for me to check out on the channel. I actually reached out to him because I was really interested in his knives. I would have ended up buying some anyways. It's a really awesome dude. So definitely a great business to go support, and very cool, high quality slip joints. So the Benny's clip is a Lanny's clip style clip point. It's based off of a knife designed by Tony Bose for his friend Lanny. It's a really neat design, and this is a great interpretation of it. Some of the characteristics of a Lanny's clip are the way the handle kind of swoops inward with a saber ground clip point blade with a nail nick in the flat of the saber, and then usually a hollow grind, which we have here as well. Really nice, thin hollow grind. Great looking grind lines on this blade as well. I really like this design. I think this might be my favorite Jack Wolf so far, and whoever is making these, the manufacturer, is doing a phenomenal job. This is a knife that is built to last, and this isn't going anywhere for me. It's going to stay in my collection. It's going to stay in my pocket for a long, long time. So let's take a look at some of the specs. For the blade steel, we have M390 made by Böhler in Sweden. It's a premium steel, holds a good edge. I think everyone's pretty familiar with M390. We already talked about the hollow grind. I'd tell you the blade stock thickness, but my calipers either need a new battery or an exorcism. Not sure which. Doing something really crazy. But I'm pretty sure it's 3mm blade stock. Very simple measurements, which I appreciate. 3mm blade stock, 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle, 7 inches overall. The handle material is titanium, and the liner and bolsters are one solid piece. And the hardware is also titanium. This version has micarta. I love this micarta. It's starting to darken up a little bit in spots just naturally from use. It's going to keep looking even nicer with time. It feels a lot like Riot's micarta. I don't think that these are made by Riot, but there are a lot of similarities. I think that's what they're probably most comparable to, as a Riot knife. The weight's not too bad either. 2.9 ounces or 82 grams is what I'm showing. The pull weight, I would probably say, is about a 7 here, and then an 8. This is a very sturdy slip joint. It's not too difficult to open or close, but it's sturdy. It's not like some of those new fidget slip joints that are really actually double detent knives. This is a traditional slip joint with a back spring. There's a nail nick for opening, but there's enough blade exposed that you can pinch the spine to open it. It has a very strong, snappy action. And if you notice at the half stop, the spine is still flush with the handle material. So open, half stop, and closed, it's flush. And they did such a great job with this. It's really pretty seamless. In all of my cutting tests, it did a great job with paper, paracord, cardboard, and then everything I used it for the past couple of weeks. Straps, tape, packages, a pulled pork sandwich I needed to cut up for my kids to share. You know, the usual. But yeah, it did great. It's still holding a nice edge even after a lot of cardboard. And for some size comparisons, it's a medium-ish sized knife. It's very similar in length to the OKC Rat 2. Here's next to the Civivi Elementum and the QSP Penguin, and a couple of smaller knives, the Spyderco Dragonfly and the Baby Banter. With a 4-inch handle, that's going to give most people a full 4-finger grip. If you've got some fat fingers, your pinky might roll off over the edge a little bit. It's a comfortable handle. It's very neutral. There's no hot spots because everything is finished so well. And there's no pocket clip, so that can't bug you either. It's very comfortable. But if there's no pocket clip, how do you carry it? Well, every Jack Wolf comes with a leather sheath. Everyone has their preference for how they're going to want to carry it. I've seen some really cool custom sheaths, or clip slip, or just as a pocket dropper. I've been using this sheath that it came with, and it's been fine. It's been nice actually to not have to worry about my knife scratching up my phone or my keys scratching up my knife. I'm kind of particular about things. Besides the sheath, there's some other things that come with the knife too. It comes in this cool little can or tube, and each different Jack Wolf model has custom artwork on the tube. Then there's also a pog, a sticker, and a really big cleaning cloth. Isn't that kind of cool? They're really collectible. Kind of a fun experience to unbox your knife. I really enjoy it. All right, the last thing to talk about is the price. The micarta versions are $275 and the carbon fiber versions are $300. So they are kind of spendy. For me, that's really the only downside. It is a chunk of change for most people. But keep in mind the materials and the build quality, and it's a knife that's going to last a really long time. If you buy it at White Mountain Knives, you can use my coupon code SHARPAF to save 10% off, but they're available at lots of different dealers. So time for final thoughts. What I love about the Benny's clip, first off, the design. It's a very nice looking knife, really cool clip point blade shape, great materials, great fit and finish, fun experience, lots of extras, great owner and company to support, sharp factory edge. As someone who primarily EDCs more modern liner lock and frame lock flippers or thumb stud openers, it's been different, but also thoroughly enjoyable. There's something strangely satisfying about using a slip joint that I appreciate a little more compared to some of my usual EDCs. Okay, so dislikes. For me, a slip joint is a little less convenient than what I'm used to, especially for quick deployment or one-handed opening and closing. If you're using your knife a lot throughout the day, it takes a little bit longer to make the cut. But is more time with a knife in your hand, especially a nice knife in your hand, a bad thing? Like I said, it's been really enjoyable. And the last thing is the price. I'm not saying it's too expensive or overpriced. I think it is worth it. But it is pricey. It is what it is, it's pricey. But overall, I highly recommend it. It's an awesome modern traditional slip joint. I can't wait to see the next releases from Jack Wolf Knives. Let me know what you guys think about the Jack Wolf Knives Benny's clip in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching.
Ooh.